Tonight's game is a presentation of KBMW Sports.
Wahpeton Huskies basketball is on the air. Tonight's Wahpeton game is brought to you by Action Realty, Builder's First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, High Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Twin Town Villa, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now, here's KBMW's BJ Walters.
One final time in the 2023-24 regular season, we welcome you to Wahpeton High School in Wahpeton, North Dakota. Very snowy Wahpeton, North Dakota. It is the regular season finale, a non-region game. Heck, it's a non-state game as the Huskies host the Otters of Fergus Falls. BJ Walters here with you, pleased, delighted to be joined Mike side by Turner Blofis. And Turner, this is a Fergus Falls team that you've seen this season. It's a Wahpeton team that is the number 2 seed in the Region 1 tournament. And on paper, it looks like a good matchup. We'll get Turner on here in just a second. Some of the ports don't always like us on our equipment. That's all right. We'll get Turner plugged in here and see if that one works a little better than the one that we just tried.
How would sound now,
There's Turner.
Oh, my apologies for that, my guy. We tried out a different mic port. That's what happens. We're not used to both being on here. But I'm pretty excited. Mostly, you know, the whole point of the season, obviously, is to try to get better as you go on to get into the playoff time. So I got to see Fergus Falls in their season opener against Breckenridge, an 83-38 victory. So obviously it's going to be hard to follow that up and look better from that. But obviously from the first game to now, I'm sure they've worked out a lot of kinks. And I'm looking forward to see what they have to bring here in Wahpeton. They're about to wrap up their regular season, too. They got Wilmer after this one. But other than that, they're about to jump into their playoffs. 11-13 coming in this one, I see, but a pretty tough schedule, BJ.
They are the number 4 seed in their section, Section 8-3A. They will host either, who was it? Little Falls or, and I will remember this at some point during the broadcast, it may have been Ricori, but it's one of those teams. For the Huskies, they're going to face Oak Grove Monday night at 6 inside the Shack. They're the number 2 seed in the region. This is the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame report. Wilkin Drink and Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company. Our CHI injury report is that there are no injuries, and that's the biggest thing coming out of this. Don't go getting anyone injured as you get ready for the postseason. Later on, we will take a deep dive. In fact, at halftime, we'll take a deep dive into the bracket. That will be a look at our Otter Tail Power Poll ranking, brought to you by Otter Tail Power on for conservation. But right now, let's take our first break, and when we come back, we will visit with the head coach of the Huskies, Jeff Ralph, and we will do that when Husky basketball continues in a moment.
Have the right price on it.
Action Realty in Wahpeton.
One more to go in the regular season, and it is the Huskies and Fergus Falls Otters coming up. We're joined by Husky head coach Jeff Ralph, and
my active dad to move around.
Twin Town Villa was and is our best option. It'll be yours too. Call or stop in for a tour today.
Stay winter ready with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Up to $20 in rebates on the purchase and install on a select AC Telco battery. Up to $15 rebate on 3 select AC.
We are back live in Wahpeton. 37-33 Huskies trail. 1:05 to play in the third. Braden Steffens, right wing, Noah Berge. Up top, King dribbles with the left hand to 15 feet and loses the basketball. A steal by Levi King. At the other end, he'll lay it in. Levi King with 4. And the lead is 39-33. Fergus Falls with 40 seconds left in the third. Jaden King holds at the head of the key, goes right side for Berge against a man-to-man defense. Kubala fakes a 3. Gets to 16 feet on the baseline and finds DeVries. Steffens, 10 to shoot, 14-second difference in the third quarter clocks. Steffens around the screen, left wing. Kubala, 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. Another shot clock violation. So a turnover. So Fergus Falls can hold for the final shot of the third quarter. They lead by 6. They've led by as many as 8. Wahpeton have led by 2 twice. Here is Henry Bethel. 13 points in the first half. Across the timeline, guarded by Steffens. Bounces the ball up top for Micah Johnson. Back to Bethel. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. Bethel won't get a shot away. Will it count? It will. Bethel did get the shot away, and it counts. I thought it was late, but they give it to him. And so we have completed 3 quarters. Wow, that's a turn. And we go to the fourth. Fergus Falls 42, Wahpeton 33, and Husky basketball continues in a moment.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at realty.com.
All right, we're 90% certain you're sick and tired of hearing commercials. So, BJ Walters, Turner Blofus.
Hey, my apologies. My apologies for all the technical issues, everyone. We got it figured out, though. Shout out to our engineer, Mark Borchard, helping out and getting us back on the airwaves because we got a very fun basketball game here. At least we're heading into the fourth quarter, but very fun basketball game.
It has been, yeah. 42-33. Henry Bethel has 16. Ryan Hurst has 12 for the Otters.
You know, we were talking in the commercial break about did he get that shot off. I'm not 100% sure if he did, but all I do know is there were 3 defenders there in his grill, and he still somehow launched it up and got it to rattle in. Made it a 9-point game heading into the fourth.
This is the biggest lead of the ball game. 9 points. Here's Braden Steffens. He's got 15 so far today. A basket cut by Jaden King. He'll go up and finish with the left hand. King in the double figures with 10, and it's 42-35. At the other end, Bethel gets inside and finishes. He's got 18, and it's 43. I beg your pardon. It's 44-35. Driving in Steffens. Spins right, gets fouled, and he's fouled by Isaiah Holmes, his first.
Personal foul for the Honors.
So we're going to go with the old TV trick and give you the fourth quarter commercial first. I think is the way we're going to go here.
That's what I like to hear.
Braden Steffens down to the second block for King. Wants to go to work on Hurst. Fires and hits.
Nice touch.
King with 12, 44-37. Now can Wahpeton get a couple of stops? On the right side, Holmes. Here's Bethel at the volleyball line. Left wing, a triple short, and won't get the bounce. Rebound King, the triple taken by Knick. At the other end, Steffens in a 7-point game. The scoreboard says 43-37. Oh my goodness, that's right. They only gave Bethel a 2, not a 3 on that last shot. So it is 43-37. King, kick, 3. Klosterman pops it out. Rebound Bethel. And a turnover down the right side at the other end. So it goes back to Wahpeton, and now they do give, was it a 2 or was it a 3? We're going to determine that right now. Now, an official did come over during the quarter break and said 2. And so the decision is, I thought he was on the S of Huskies, and it is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know what we're doing here. That was well beyond the 3-point line, so I was kind of confused what you were asking about. I was like, you can't be asking about that last shot, right?
Yeah, 44-37. Kubala, head of the key, Steffens, who's had a very good game. He drives left, gets to the 10, gets fouled, and it pops out on him. And Jeff Ralph leans backwards. He can't believe it didn't go in. The foul is on Hayden Knick, his first, and the team's second free throws for Braden Steffens.
I'd have got this place rocking for sure.
6:13 to play, and the sophomore buries the front end, 44-38. It's been very competitive throughout.
A lot of fun matchups here between Steffens and Bethel, and then Hurst and King.
Both free throws go. It is a 5-point game with 6:10 to play. At the head of the key, they want to go to Bethel, but that's being taken away by this 1-2-2 zone. High post, Hurst. Kick out, straight away, Holmes drives, floater, long, offensive rebound, spinning in the lane and finishing is Alex Ellison. Timeout, Fergus Falls, with 5:51 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 30 and 46-39. Two teams who already know what their postseason looks like. Wahpeton will play Oak Grove Monday night at the Shack. We will be with you at 5:45 for that one. For Fergus Falls, they are the number 4 seed in Section 8-3A in Minnesota, and they will have a home quarterfinal game. Of course, in that section, you're chasing Alexandria, much like in our section, you're chasing Kindred.
Yeah, exactly. And you gotta. There's always a team that's the front runner, it seems like, but that's where the upsets come from. You wouldn't have upsets without front runners. That's what tournament time's all about. And this is kind of a nice little cleanser before we jump into the tournament too.
Especially for Fergus Falls, they are playing on the back end of a back-to-back. They lost at St. Cloud Tech by 3 an evening ago. On the right side, Jaden King hands it to Trayton Mount. Steffens, left side, Kubala. King against this 2-3 zone. Wants to drive on it. He does. Finds Mount right wing. Back towards King. It's knocked out of bounds. 5:30 to play, and it's 46-39 Otters. This is a tough spot to inbound from in the corner.
Right in front of the student section.
And they do get the ball in pretty easily. King spins left, gets in the lane, gets blocked by Hurst. Gets it back, goes back inside, misses short, rebound Hurst. And Jeff Ralph is letting the near side official have it a little bit. On the right side, Ellison into the lane. Hurst, kick out left side off the hand of Knick and out of bounds. Back in Luke Pearson for Fergus Falls.
I mean, he's got a couple dunks, but it looks like Wahpeton's been doing a good job on Hurst here in the second half. I don't know what you got him down for, Mr. Scorekeeper.
Yeah, 12 points for the game, 7 since the half, and 4 of those are on a couple of easy dunks. Under 5 to play on the fourth quarter Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Here's Steffens. Dribbles with the right hand, finds Trayton Mount. Fires a pass down low to Klosterman, who misses short. Rebound Hurst. Numbers the other way with Henry Bethel. And he travels into the 3, a turnover. Bethel's been very frustrated in this second half. He's picked up 3 fouls. He's only got 5 of his 18 since halftime. And the ball back to the Huskies, down 7, 4:35 to play. Stephens against a 1-2-2. Mount back to Stephens. Left wing Kubala. Bjorn fires it back out to the sophomore. Here's Malk once more. The junior takes 2 dribbles right, goes to the corner for Kubala. Back to Malk at the right side. He'll dribble around a screen and fire from 19. He hits.
Drayton Malk for 2.
Drayton Malk's first field goal of the game, and it's 46-41. Now good ball pressure, and a timeout is needed by Matt Johnson. Let's go through a couple of our sponsors because we did not get to give you the starting lineup, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Keys to the game would have been brought to you by Smith Motors, small town friendly, big town deals, and timeouts like this one brought to you by iCamp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. Our halftime would have been brought to you by Minn-Kota Ag Products, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. At times this has felt like a game where you just got out of class 30 minutes.
Yeah, I could definitely tell. I think that might have rolled over to us a little bit as we hopped in here. But it was kind of weird when we got in here. When we were the only ones in the gym. We were just like, is anyone going to show up for this? But look at that. They came out in droves nonetheless.
They did.
Good turnout here.
The student section is packed. A lot of the girls players over there, they had a fine season.
We underestimated how Fergus was going to travel on 210.
Well, they've certainly got some fans here in their maroon with gold numbers and letters. Going right is Bethel, and at the death, he is fouled by Jaden King. They did such a good job of getting him to the baseline, and then they fouled him.
Yeah, they're playing nice and physical with him, and you can tell that's where some of the frustration's coming from.
Off the inbound, a tie ball. It's going to stay at this end. 3:47 to go.
Wahpeton roll with their same 5 starters. Closeout lineup as well.
They did go with Nick Langenwalter and Noah Berge off the jump today.
Oh, the usual starters, I should say.
Yep. But this is the 5 that clinched the #2 seed on the road Friday night in Valley City. Hurst, left wing, 20 to shoot, 3:35 in the game. Fire a pass right side, Hurst. Up top, Hurst right side. Drayton Malk doing a good job as Hurst gets baseline and lays it in. I was going to say that he's doing a good job on Bethel, and he is. But Hurst up to 14. It's 48-41 with 3:15 to play. King gets his own baseline drive. Up top, Stephens. Driving kick. Malk down to a wide open Klosterman who lays it up and in.
Oh, fantastic ball movement around the perimeter right there.
How about the first points of the game for Cooper Klosterman? 48-43. No, nobody's touching 60, I don't think.
Him and Malk both picking a good time to get their first buckets of the game.
Wraparound feed. Hurst blocked by Klosterman. Here comes Stephens. Coach Johnson can't believe there wasn't a foul. I tend to agree with him. That looked like a slap.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I didn't want to get yelled at by the fans here.
Stephens all the way, misses short, and a rebound to Hurst, and he got bumped by King, no call. 2:30 to play. And here comes Henry Bethel. Goes left, guarded by Malk. Drayton, really good defender. On the right side, Pearson. Up top, they find Micah Johnson. 12 to shoot, 2:11 in the game. Bethel lost it momentarily, gets in the lane, too strong. Rebound loose and controlled by Jaden King. 5-point game, 2 minutes to go. It wouldn't be a Wahpeton game if the possibility of overtime didn't appear.
That's the only way they might hit 60. To the other side.
They're 4-0 in overtime this year, but as Jeff Ralph calls a full timeout, there's work to do to get there. And before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification live from Wahpeton. This is Husky basketball.
AM 1450, KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3, K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the Valley.
Quitting time on a very snowy Tuesday. Or is it Wednesday? It's Tuesday.
I had to think about it for a second, too. I was like, oh, my, is it actually Wednesday?
I've been doing so many games, I forgot what day of the week it was.
Wow.
If you are tuned in going, I'm sorry, where's the District 1 tournament? That's a good question. As we hinted last night on these airwaves, it didn't happen today. We're going to go tomorrow. We'll be on the air at about 12:45 with Oaks and Barnes County North in a regional qualifier, followed by Wyndmere, Ledgerwood, and Tri-State. And then the district title game, Sargent County and Hankinson, a rematch of a game decided at the buzzer in the regular season.
What game you got?
I had the latter two, Tri-State,
Nice.
Wyndmere, Ledgerwood, and then I'm really pumped for Sargent County, Hankinson.
Yeah, you know Ricky's not giving up that Oaks game, that's for sure.
Oh, I wouldn't expect him to. No, he's got to get him to the regional tournament.
Yeah, yep.
Off the inbound, Jaden King on the interior, blocked by Hurst once, goes back up, blocked again. King gets it back. Goes up top to Mount. Good composure not to just keep going up with shots by King there. Stephens, right side, Kubala, a three. 2-point go. It popped out. The putback by Klosterman is short. Rebound Hurst. I can't believe that didn't go in. I cannot believe that did not go in. It was 3/4 of the way down and out. Jaden King gets his fourth foul. Oh my goodness.
That was one of those things I checked on the video stream, and then I looked up and somehow the ball hadn't gone in. I was like, that doesn't seem to add up right.
Incredible.
Fourth foul on King.
48-43, and now here's the thing. You've got to foul twice, or actually 3 times, for free throws to be shot, and there's one of them, I believe, Landon Ralph. Well, either way, that would be the second on Braden.
It looked like Ralph was trying to foul anyways.
Yep.
Right away.
One more to give with 74 seconds left in the regular season, maybe. On the right side, I was going to say, no way do you shoot that. And a foul on the floor. That foul is also on Ralph. So he was sent in to foul, and I would say a job well done so far.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Let's see if he can pull through once again.
One more until free throws.
Coach's kid, you always get the fun job.
That's right. That was my job back in the day. Why are you shooting that? I have no idea. Rebound out of bounds, but it stays at this end. I have no idea why Luke Pearson is shooting that. Up by 5, 1:08 to play, and you shoot with 33 on the shot clock.
Oof. Coach doesn't love that. I was going to say maybe we want a fresh shot clock, but 35, only adding 2 seconds, not ideal.
And he's on the bench now, so I don't think I'm the only one going, that ain't the move. Here's Micah Johnson. Final minute of play, fourth quarter. Up top. Here's Bethel. Into the lane. Foul. He will shoot 2. And the foul's on Mount, his first. That was close to a held ball, and the Huskies do have the arrow. 53.6 remaining. Coming up, we'll have our Miller Realty postgame report. First free throw goes in. 49-43.
Number 4, Levi King. In for the Huskies, number 33.
Jaden King back in. Levi King back in for Fergus Falls. 20 points for Bethel. His second free throw is long, and the rebound comes down to Mount. 6-point game, 50 seconds left. Drayton Mount stops at the head of the key. Here's Stephens driving left. Leads for Kubala. He gets into the lane, and the runner is blocked to Mount, who drives baseline and gets fouled from behind. Now Drayton has not had his typical day at the line tonight. He's 1 for 4. Levi King called for the foul. Drayton will try to knock these down with 37.5 remaining. 49-43. You need every shot to go in, and that one tickles the twine. 49-44.
And Hayden Connect.
Hayden Connect back in. as is Landon Ralph. Offense for defense. Second one goes in, 49-45. Can you force a turnover? And a timeout is called by Fergus Falls. It'll be a full, we'll keep it here. This is very reminiscent of where the Huskies were, almost with the same score, as the Huskies were on this court against Central Cass, and the Squirrels started throwing the ball to Nowheresville and ended up losing the game in double overtime. So Wahpeton's been in this spot before this year.
They know what they're doing then. They just got to drop the perfect 4-point play scenario. I think they're set then. Coach Rob's got one of those in the bag, I'm sure.
Part of the
can sell a foul.
Part of the comeback against Central Cass was, I'm sorry to say this, but the worst pass I've seen all year. From the left baseline, if you're watching on the video stream, and if you were with us, you'll remember this, a pass from Cole Holzer backwards that got picked off and all in one motion laid in by Jaden King.
Worst case scenario.
Certainly for Fergus Falls it is. 49-45. Wahpeton trying to get their 15th win of the year. Jeff Ralph just broke a smile as he was talking to his guys. I think this is a situation where, because of the possession arrow, you do go for a steal. You have the arrow, so why not go for a steal?
Tie it up. It's always really frustrating when people don't remember that jump balls exist in the closing minutes, but
they don't go for the steal at all. Klosterman fouls Alex Ellison, and Cooper's got his fourth. So your two big guys are in a little foul trouble here. You don't love to see that, but when you got a foul, you got a foul.
How's he doing at the stripe so far today?
He has not attempted one.
Oh, put him on the spot there.
50-45, 7 points.
He was waiting to get called on.
And
Ready to knock it down.
A king each check in for Fergus Falls and Wahpeton. Jaden for Wahpeton, Levi for the Otters. The second free throw goes in, 51-45. Now you might need a three. 36.4 to go. Here's the thing. This is a good three-point shooting team. At the other end, Braden Stephens wants to get downhill. He spins. He leans. He's blocked. He is blocked by Levi King, and that might just about do it here. The foul at the other end by Kubala is his third, and I think the Otters are going to come into Wahpeton and get a win.
What do you think shooting a two in that situation? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking a 6-point game. I'd really love to see a three, miss a couple free throws, and then just knock down another three. It's kind of what I'd be thinking, but then again, you could also get a foul there if you drive to the drive to the paint.
Well, the free throw spins off. It is still 6. I once saw Oregon score 6 points in 9/10 of a second against USC back in 2000.
We'll see it again here then.
Second one goes in.
Sounds like I guarantee it.
52-45. Malk, a triple. Yeah. Oh, in and out again. Rebound Hurst. And Wahpeton pulls back. The Fergus Falls Otters of 8-3A in Minnesota get a 52-45 win over the Wahpeton Huskies here in Wahpeton, as the Huskies will go to Fargo 14-7 on the regular season. We'll take a 3-minute break here, and when we come back, we'll have our Miller Realty postgame report when Husky basketball continues in a moment.
When you're trying to find your dream home, what's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700. And make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday around 9 a.m.
For the right price, everything will sell.
Well, right. I mean, that's it. There's nothing you can't sell if you have the right price on it.
Action Realty in Wahpeton. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, Getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
The regular season is now a part of history. It is gone. It is settled. It is dusted. Wahpeton falls 52-45 in their regular season finale to the Fergus Falls Otters this afternoon at home. Welcome into the Miller Realty postgame report. Miller Realty, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. Let's give you the game recap. First for Fergus Falls, they get 21 from Henry Bethel, 14 from Ryan Hurst, 9 from Alex Ellison, and then 2 each from Luke Pearson, Levi King, Micah Johnson, and Hayden Kinnick. For the Huskies, our player of the game brought to you by Essentia Health. Here with you is Braden Stephens. He had 17. Jaden King had 12. 6 for Bjorn Kubala, 5 for Trayton Malk, 3 for Landon Ralph, and 2 for Cooper Klosterman. There were 3 ties and 8 lead changes in the game. Wahpeton led by as many as 2. Fergus Falls led by as many as 9. And that came after our play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, your trusted hometown agents. That's the 3 at the buzzer by Henry Bethel in the third quarter.
That was like some Anthony Edwards stuff on that 3.
It was.
Seeing a triple team and just being like, I'm pulling that anyways. I mean, we don't got any other choice here. I got to rattle this one in.
Wahpeton did everything correct on that play. You get to 1 second. You just send everybody towards whoever has the ball.
And nobody foul.
And yet the crazy shot, still went in. Fergus Falls is 12-13. They have one more regular season game in Section 8 3A in Minnesota to play. And then they will be the number 4 seed in the 8 3A playoffs. For Wahpeton, 14-7. Everyone just wants a shot at Kindred. And for the Huskies, they are in the best position to get a shot at Kindred a week from tomorrow because they're the number 2 seed. And they'll open against an Oak Grove team. 2 meetings this year. Very different looking basketball games. You win one by 23. You win one by 21. That tells you that you might just be 20 points better than that opponent.
And I believe for teams that they would face, after Oak Grove, if they were to end up beating them, they've beat everybody except Kindred in the region.
That's right.
They got the edge there as well. So that's something that Wahpeton's got to be thinking about. But once again, like you said, need another run at Kindred.
Don't sleep on that 3-6 game. Yes, Wahpeton fans would rather not see Valley City again, but Lisbon's already gotten them once this year.
Yep.
So it is not outside of the realm of possibility that on a night where, let's say, Cameron Cordero's getting in the lane at will and the Bittner brothers are hitting threes, that's not an easy game for the Highliners, and so we'll see. Ironically, and if you have followed the bracket, you've noticed this, only one team has the same seed as they did in the girls' tournament. That's Kindred. Yet our matchups on Monday are the exact same as the girls' tournament.
That's wild. Just flip-flopped them. Yep.
Just pretty much flip-flopped them. Last night, we can go ahead and talk about what happened on the final nights. Last night, Central Cass got the better of Northern Cass in overtime, 74-70. that was a pretty entertaining game, and that will be the first game at the regional tournament on Thursday, the game preceding ours. So Husky fans, if you want to go watch two teams cannibalize each other, it's not a bad option. Northern Cass and Central Cass at 4:30 at the Shack. Then our game, Wahpeton Oak Grove, right after that one. And then after that one will be the 3-6 game between Valley City and Lisbon. That because Lisbon blew out Oak Grove last night 69-52, and Kindred did what they've done to everybody, especially at home, 79-60 over Valley City. And ultimately, that is the goal. Get to Wednesday, get to Kindred, and then really the pressure's all on them. Mm-hmm. And I would say, having covered a team that went 26-0 and won a championship last year, I would say Kindred's under more pressure than typical teams because of that 0 in the loss column. It's one thing to just go try to win state. It's a completely different animal to try and go win state while going undefeated.
And also trying to show you can do it in another class, too. Now that they're out of Class B, they got to show that they're the big dogs here, too. And at this point, they've lived up to it. But like you said, a lot of pressure going forward.
A lot of pressure. In fact, in talking with several of those Central Cass kids after their state championship last year, they all told me when the buzzer went off at the Bismarck Event Center, it was jubilation, sure, but it was relief. Mm-hmm. They had done it. There was no more chances to lose and have everybody talking about you. So we'll see how Kindred handles it. Granted, that's a school that goes undefeated in a bunch of different sports, so they're kind of used to this. But we'll see how it goes. Let's take one more break, and we will preview what is to come on KBMW both tomorrow and then Monday. We'll do that when Husky basketball continues in a moment.
When it was clear that my dad could not live on his own, I was worried. He was still independent, but he needed assistance. I didn't know I had any options. Then I brought up my concerns to my wife.
Well, and I had heard so many good things about Twin Town Villa, so I suggested we stop out and take a tour.
The minute we walked through the door and met the staff, I knew this was the perfect option for Dad. Dad's Twin Town Villa apartment is clean and spacious, plenty of room for my active dad to move around.
Twin Town Villa was and is our best option. It'll be yours too. Call or stop in for a tour today.
Back in Wahpeton, a 52-45 regular season finale loss for the Huskies. And for Wahpeton, now the fun starts. Literally, right now the fun starts. You start getting prepared for the regional tournament on Monday. But before that, we will have the District 1 championship and regional qualifiers tomorrow, provided that it somehow clears up. It's much worse. I will say this. It's worse in Fargo than it is in Wahpeton.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Well, my wife's a teacher in Fargo, so when she wasn't making the trip, but I heard this game was still on, I was a little perplexed. But, apparently they got a lot more snow than we did.
It definitely, by a couple inches at least. So, provided that all clears out, our airtime tomorrow with the Oaks Tornadoes and the Barnes County North Bison will be 12:45. Actually, Coach Ralph is going to come talk to us. Didn't know if he was or not. But, yeah, we'll get Coach Ralph.
He can fill in for me.
All right, we'll put him on Turner's headset. And we are now joined by the head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Jeff Ralph. And, Coach, I made the comment during the fourth quarter at one point. There were certainly times in that game where you could tell some of these kids had just gotten out of a class to come play basketball. What did you make of it?
Well, I thought we really competed today. That's a really, really good 3A basketball team from Minnesota. And I thought I just thought we competed, and I thought we kept attacking the rim, which is good. Doggone it, some of those foul Bjorn's. I said to Bjorn, when you shoot a three and it goes all the way in the net, you should leave it in. Don't pull it back out. And it was in the net and it came out. So, I thought that shot, what it ended up 5? Was it 5 or 7 point
7,
game?
yeah.
That shot goes in at that point. Now it's a 2-point game.
Yep.
So I thought our kids competed. I thought Braden was just fantastic. I thought Jaden was really good. That Hurst kid's pretty good, and I thought we did a good job on him in the first half. But I thought our kids competed. If we compete like that next week, you know what, I told the kids, we do that, we're going to be happy when that tournament's over. So I was really pleased with how we played today.
I would go a step.
You know what, and I'll go back to your question. I guess I ignored it. Early in the game, I thought we looked like we walked out of class.
Yep.
So, you know, that is what it is. You know, they played last night.
They sure did, in St. Cloud.
Yeah, and got on the bus and came here. So I mean, kudos to them for showing up and playing hard, and I thought we played really hard too. And that game got us ready for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday next week.
I would go a step further. That shot goes in, and whatever wild shot Henry shoots at the end of the third quarter doesn't go in, and you got a different game.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think we had 3 guys on him. Probably 2 of them fouled him, and he still made it. So I'm pleased with how our kids played. I really thought we just battled and did what we could to see if we get a win today. And you know, when all's said and done, we're heading to the Shack on Monday with the 2 seed playing Oak Grove, and our focus is once this game got over is going to Oak Grove now. So
Braden's been so good all year, but he seems in the last 2 weeks to have found a different gear. You get that from a point guard. It doesn't matter how good a basketball team you've been all year, you're going to elevate.
Well, yeah, how good has he been? I mean, he was
been
really
great,
good.
Yeah.
On Friday at Valley, I thought he was, you know, arguably our best player, especially on the perimeter today. His that jumper from the free throw line where he gets a little separation, and their guards are really good, you know, and they're physical and they're quick, and I thought he was really good. And you know what, you have a point guard like that, you're always going to have a chance to win a game.
Last question as sort of a macro preview. What do you make of the tournament? It is kind of funny that it's not the same seeds, but the girls' quarterfinal matchups are the exact same as the boys' quarterfinal matchups. But what do you make of it on the whole?
Well, you know what? I really like where we're at. I like being the 2 seed. You know, I think if you get to pick where you want to be, you don't want to be playing Kindred too soon in the tournament. But you know what? We're not going to have any focus on Kindred or on whoever we're going to play Tuesday night. All of our preparation when we come back to practice tomorrow is going to be for Oak Grove. That's the game, and of course the coaches will be, you know, doing some work for the next games. But I think with these kids, they need to be focused on that game, and it really is, you know, the old cliche, one game at a time. It really is now where you got to take care of your business when you suit up, and I'm excited for our kids. You know, I think it's been quite a while since 14-7 through a regular season. You know, probably back to maybe 2014 or 15 or even earlier than that. So, you know, I think our kids have competed and given us everything they have, and you know, we get to that and be healthy. You know, everybody's kind of battling. Cooper even battled a little bit. So get everybody back 100% healthy, and we'll be good.
Now the fun starts.
I know. I can't wait.
Well, we'll talk to you Monday, Coach. Congratulations on a wonderful regular season. And now everybody's 0-0. See if we can go 1-0 on Monday.
Let's go 1-0 Monday. Thanks.
All right, the head coach of the Huskies, Jeff Ralph, our guest. We'll get Turner back in here to preview what's upcoming, because Turner's Breckenridge Cowboys, I think, are still in regular season play with a game or so to go as well.
Yep, that's true. We got the first we got the Cowgirls actually opening up their postseason on Thursday.
That's right.
So we got the Cowgirls in action. Robert Wannick will be on the call for that as they take on Parker's Prairie at home in their playoff opener, as they got a bye in the opening round since they got the 2 seed for the South. And then for Breckenridge, they'll have their regular season finale on Friday against Monoman Wahpeton, and Robert Wannick will also be on the call for that one. It's my birthday. I'm taking the day off. So.
That kind of snuck up on me. A buddy of mine called a play-in game in Minnesota last night, and I went, wait a minute. Playoffs? I was the old man Mora.
Oh, yeah.
Playoffs? What do you mean playoffs? But, all right, so getting back to tomorrow, we'll have Oaks BCN at about 12:45. That's immediately followed by and Wyndmere Lidgerwood Tri-State is a Cinderella matchup. Mm-hmm. You've got the 5 seed and the 7 seed playing for a spot in the regional tournament next week. That's going to be awesome. And then the importance of the championship game tomorrow went up considerably yesterday. Here's why. Hankinson and Sargent County want to be the number 1 seed. But now you definitely don't want to be the number 2 seed because Ellendale blew the doors off Linton last night. Ellendale's not going to beat EKM. But the problem is Linton's going to get the 3 seed now in District 2. You don't want to be the 2 seed and have to open the regional tournament with Linton.
No, it doesn't sound ideal at all. But so you get over to Region 2 quite a bit then, huh?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, I was like, you seem pretty savvy on it, though. Like, you had me fooled.
I follow it a lot. I don't call a lot of games.
I was like, I'm a bit of a fish out of the water in District 1, let alone District 2. I was like, come on now. I didn't realize you were so savvy.
Yeah, but then Monday, I mean, you heard Coach Ralph talk about it. Now the fun starts. Mm-hmm. It's been a very good regular season for this program. And here's where we'll kind of wrap it up for the day. This has been a very good regular season for this program. Now you're the number 2 seed. Now you go and try and win at least 2 next week to get yourself to a play-in game. Mm-hmm. If you somehow win 3, you go directly to the Fargo Dome for the state tournament.
Yeah, and I know we had been talking about kind of the pressure on the Kindred Vikings of trying to make a run and winning the state title, but think of the added pressure for like all of these programs that are, have a dog in the fight because you want to be the first one to do it in this new 3-class system. It's the start of a new era. To be the first team to actually be able to win that's just going to be so fun for whoever gets to be able to pull it off. And it's so fun to see. Coach Ralph was such a big advocate for this 3-class system, and it's so fun to see his squad get to have success. Him and I talked on the coaches show one time. He's like, "What do you think our record would be right now if we're in the EDC?" Like, think about that. Like, he's like, "I don't think we've gotten blown out. Like, we got blown out once, maybe twice, but like." I don't know. That could have been like almost a nightly basis for us in the EDC. Think about that, because Kindred they could rock in the EDC right now, honestly. But that's just some stuff I think about, and I keep bringing it up every single coach's show because we're only going to get one inaugural season for the 3-class system, so let's try to enjoy the ride.
And pretty much, well, I'm not going to say pretty much. It has been unanimous. Everyone that has commented on it after the postseason that we've had in the girls' side. Everyone that has commented has said, congratulations to the state. Mm-hmm. You got it spot on. Oh. Good move.
Now we just need to extend the quarters to 9 minutes, and I'll be a happy camper. I hate these 8-minute quarters. So
or we can just go halves. Like
I'd be cool with halves too. But I mean, just get that 4 minutes of game time back. I've been so mad about that all year. The coaches have too. They've been handling it better than I have. But
100%. So here's our plan. On Monday, we'll be on the air with you at 5:45. I'll be there. I believe there are rumors that maybe Robert will be there as well.
Yeah,
we'll
that's the plan.
That's something that we're working on. Bring you a little 2-man booth there for that. And then, unfortunately, this is only a Monday thing, I promise. Unfortunately, our post game will be like 20 seconds long because I'll have to get on the air on Thunder Country in Valley City to do the Lisbon game. But
it's a sister station. We'll let it pass.
That's right. So, for Turner Bloffice, for everyone who helped get us back on the air after everything kind of crashed. And when everything crashes, it can go one of 2 ways. The fact that we got back on the air is a huge credit to Turner and everyone
we'll take it.
At the station. My name is BJ Walters. The Huskies finish a regular season 14-7 with a 52-45 loss to Fergus Falls. We will talk to you from playoff basketball Monday night in Fargo. Until then, good night from Wahpeton.
Tonight's Wahpeton basketball game was brought to you by Action Realty, Builder's First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, High Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Smith Motors, State Farm Agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Twin Town Villa, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete list of future broadcasts and video streams. Thanks for listening.